So yeah, that's cool. Wow, even what happened there?
No, some American woman telling me what was going on
On your phone, but I heard it as well. That's weird. Cool.
That is weird. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'll be honest though, I've gone off I do believe in the power of homeopathy, but I got distracted by other things. I'm sure you're the same. Life gets too exciting. Shit, my battery's gonna die on the laptop. Fuck, 1 second, man.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I got distracted by other stuff. It's not good.
There's too many things.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
oh, there's too many things. Honestly, I really want to do my homeopathy training course now. I've had a look and spoken to a college, but it's super expensive.
Is it? So how much is it then?
20 grand course.
What? That's like a university degree entire debt. What the fuck? £20,000?
It's homeopathy and naturopathy. Is that how you say it?
Do you know what I think though, Becs? I don't agree with them charging that much money. I really don't. I mean, I really don't, because we can learn so much without that. I'm really like aggressive in that way. I think you can learn way more without paying that much. If it was 1,000 maybe, but 20,000? What the fuck? What is it like? Is it like the wizard, that the world's most renowned homeopathy man or some woman or something for that price? What the hell are they doing?
That certificate you get at the end of it, but it's 5 years. That's doing it part time.
Yeah, I can't believe that price. That has completely shocked me.
I know. Well, apparently you get the equivalent of 2 degrees.
Right.
So that's why. And because it's a private college, they charge more. But yeah, expensive, isn't it?
What a joke. No way am I ever going to go down that road. We'll get our own versions of homeopathy done. I wonder if Amanda paid that price. That's a lot.
Yeah, I think done. But I think you can pay it yearly or you can pay it monthly because it's a private college and they know it's expensive. You can they can make it work for you.
Yeah, where is it then? What college is it? Is it a posh one in London somewhere?
Yeah, it's in London. CNM. I think it's the biggest homeopathy one. But
isn't that CNM, College Naturopathy? What's that one called? Yeah, that one.
CNM. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm against them a little bit anyway, because naturopathy. Well, naturopathy is cool, but then it only goes halfway. To me, it doesn't go fully the way to because I know naturopaths that have had to unplug a little bit. It takes you down some open-mindedness, but it doesn't go fully all the way. That makes any sense. I don't know. Do you feel the same? Like, probably not, maybe. But like, I feel like they have blocks. Like I
felt interested in natural. I can't even say it. So maybe it's definitely not the right course for me if I can't even pronounce it. But the herbal medicine course, if I could do herbal medicine and homeopathy, I feel like that's a beautiful join with them. But yeah.
Yeah. So are you actually a doula, by the way?
Yeah.
That's cool. How old are you, by the way, as well?
I'm 28 tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow? No way.
Tomorrow,
oh, congrats, man. You're still young though. To be a doula at that age, how long have you been a doula then? For a year?
I did training last year, so it's still very new. So I've just kind of started my business. So I did my training last year, the beginning of last year, and then I went away to go. I was working on the yachts.
Yeah.
So I went back away working on the yachts, and then I came to Glastonbury like 7 months ago and was like, right, I'm going to go fully in and trying to get everything kind of off the ground. So it's still very new, but yeah, I love it, and I want to do. It's more birthing at the moment, but I've supported people having abortions and stuff as well. But I really want to support death. I want to be able to support people and having empowered death. So I want to be full spectrum doula.
Yeah, that's awesome. So the doula, call me naive, said or not knowing maybe, the doula helps the women give birth in a better way than the medical industry, the hospitals, I guess, that don't really know or don't take care of it properly.
Basically, so what doula is basically what a midwife would have been years ago, when midwives all lived in community and midwives would come to the houses and they just trust the woman and her body. That's what a doula. So a doula isn't medically trained, but they do like the emotional, spiritual, mental side of birth and really support you throughout pregnancy, birth, and afterwards. Whereas the hospital, obviously, you have 2 appointments and then the few appointments before go to birth, and then they come and see you once afterwards, and it's all kind of very fear. Whereas we're very trust based. Like, we're like, your body knows to do this, so it's like empowering people to birth.
Like that. Yeah. But I mean, don't the hospitals the ladies give birth side on, and I don't think personally, from what I've read, that's the best way to give birth. Maybe side on, maybe it needs to stand up or something.
Yeah, like most women brought to birth in the lithotomy position, which is on their back.
Yeah.
So on their back, their legs up.
Yeah.
And when in this position, the pelvis is closed by 30%. The baby has to move over the coccyx to come out.
Yeah.
And then that's why when they get women on their backs, really the only benefit is so that they can see what's going on, so they can intervene, so they can mess about and get involved.
Yeah, so they can see they're doing something, whereas it's not even a natural position, so that doesn't give the baby the best start, and it probably makes the mother more painful, I assume, childbirth.
Makes them painful. Also,
mad.
Birth on a back, so then they go, well, you're not able to do it. Let's get the forceps out. You got to have a cesarean. It's like, well, just let us stand up or squat. Fucking insane, honestly. And the only reason, I'll go on a big rant now, but the only reason this position is even in place in the fit it to begin with was because King Louis V Louis of France had 8 mistresses, and
only
he
8?
felt out.
You felt what?
He felt left out, that he couldn't be involved in this.
Right.
So they strapped the woman to the bed and they hung out. We could watch the baby being born, and nothing's changed since then.
Jesus. So for one famous prince, they've got this stupid people watching and fucking it up. Do you know what? There's loads of things that I've learned, little bits and pieces from childbirth that are completely wrong. Do you believe in cutting the things straight away as well?
The cord?
Yeah.
No,
that's stupid. That's ridiculous, that one. I think that's deliberate. I mean, not the little people that do it, but the actual ones that have taught them how to do it somewhere along the line. That's deliberate to fuck up kids' health. Like, that's really insane.
Because 1/3% of the baby's blood is still in the placenta. So when you cut the cord straight away, they cut the cord and then go, baby needs injection for blood. And it's like, well, because if you
maybe that's why they go blue as well sometimes. Fuck. Like, I don't know. That's mad. If you cut the baby's blood or supply from the mum, that's fucking gonna affect your health. That's like a mask wearing now with the lack of oxygen. It's a bit silly, isn't it?
Yeah. Literally, when the baby is born, if you cut the cord straight away, you are cutting off 1/3 of the baby's blood. And then they say the baby needs an injection because it hasn't got enough blood that it needs. And it's like, well, leave it an extra 10 minutes and then baby will be fine.
Is that? Oh wait, so that's what I've heard. I've heard many different things. I've heard the longer the better. I've heard Lotus for a week. I've heard at least an hour, 10 minutes. What do you do then? Do you do 10 minutes at least?
Well, it really depends. What most people say, when the cord stops pulsating, the cord goes white, there's no blood left in the placenta. But then people come in with the energetic side of it, because the placenta is known as the twin of the baby, or the forgotten chakra. So some people like to, it can be quite traumatic on an energetic level to just cut off that baby's connection to the placenta straight away, which is why people will keep it. But physiologically, as soon as the cord stops pulsating, it goes white. There's no blood left.
How long's that then? 10 minutes, did you say? Roughly?
Yeah,
10
minutes. It depends, different with different people.
Yeah.
But then some people will go, no, I want to leave it for an hour. Like, me personally, I'd probably leave it for an hour or two, as long as I could. And then I'd want to put it in the fridge because I want to then consume it. So it's like,
you want to consume it? Oh, you're hardcore. I mean, if I was a girl, but I could speak as a guy. Obviously, I'm not a girl, but I mean, the way I am, I probably would. If I was me as a girl, I'd probably eat the placenta. Mind you, maybe the partner. Yeah, why not?
Don't eat it. So we're doing something wrong. Like, I always think, just follow what the animals are doing. I mean, when we look at mammals, when they go to birth, they go to somewhere warm, dark, cozy and quiet, and we take women into brightly lit, busy hospital wards and then wonder why they can't birth. And it's like, we are mammals. What are we doing? We know this.
It's mad. How many births have you done then since you started?
I haven't actually attended a birth yet, although I feel like I have. I definitely have done it in another life, is what I feel like. But
that's good. It's probably what you're doing.
I'm on call at the moment for a mama. But she's in Ireland and I can't get there because of COVID. That's really shit. So I'm going to be supporting it over. And then I've got a birth coming up as well in a few months. That's really exciting.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, as well, like there's so many little things. I don't know a lot about the subject. I want to learn more. One thing I've heard too that's really interesting is that women can orgasm during birth too. That blew my mind when I read that. I was like, because then we're told the opposite. We're told like it's supposed to be painful, which by the way programs you already for pain. But if you take that belief system of it being pain out, maybe you give yourself a chance. Not that you're trying to achieve an orgasm, but then if it happens, then like Jesus, makes sense, isn't it? Like
exactly. Like it's absolutely wild, and I think it's so important to change the language. So I actually just posted something on Instagram about this morning, about instead like all the language that's used in birth is all about disempowerment, like the word labor, contraction.
I didn't think of that. Labor, labor means hard work.
Yeah,
Contractions
exactly.
to contract. That doesn't sound easy. But
No,
labor's really bad. Jesus.
I don't like okay, well let's change it to like birth dance. Let's change it to surge or wave instead of pain. We're powerful. Like
or let's change it to hey, some women can all women can, but women in the past have orgasmed from it. So maybe you could too. I mean, you don't have to target that and aim for that, but I mean, Jesus, it gets away the pain from. Yeah, it's a really interesting subject. Like, it's really cool you got into it so young, by the way. Super cool.
It is. Well, I think, do you know what? I was really weird. I was looking at my bucket list that I wrote the other day, and after I wrote a bucket list when I was 13, and one of the first things was to support women having babies. It's something I've do since I was little. But I've always felt like I wasn't clever enough, like to do midwifery is what I felt like, and that was from outside sources telling me like, oh, it's really hard, you might not be able to. And now I'm like, I'm so fucking glad I didn't go and try and do midwifery, because it's so fear-based and so disempowering that actually I was meant to come and do this.
Yeah, it's way more. Like, how many years of study do you need for that course then did you have to do? Or how did you to become a doula? Like a couple of years in uni?
It's literally like I did a week course, and it's like a really intensive week course because you don't do anything mentally. If it's then like you learn on the job. This is what's really weird with doula. You don't actually do anything. You sit there and you tell the mum that she can do it.
So it's more like a mindset than actually physical actions. More like
kind of you can
do
physical support, like pushing on pressure points and using homeopathy. Like we learn a little bit about that in the course, and we learn physiological stages, but it's more about just trusting the body. It's like we're so taught we must do all the time, and doulas, it's really about coming back to that divine feminine of sit back, relax, surrender, and you provide the energy. So you're like the energetic bouncer in the room, like I am holding this space and no one can come in and fucking penetrate or remove this space. That mom and partner and me are in labour land, and I'm the bouncer protecting that bubble of oxytocin.
I like that. So,
yeah.
And that sounds simple, but it's way more complicated. I know that it's like I can imagine it being a complete mastery where you can get, I mean, as good as you're going to be. I know at the beginning you're going to be like, because you're new to it, you'll be like not as good as you could be. So that I know that the longer you do it, the more better you're going to get at it, and the more wisdom you're going to attain. And just like, I can imagine there's doulas out there that are fucking awesome, that are like, whoa, you're like really, you don't know like how it looks simple. They probably make it look really simple, like they're not doing anything, but actually they're doing a lot, and there's a lot that's gone into it, how they're doing it. It's like,
absolutely. Like a woman that I live with, she's been a doula for nearly 30 years. I've actually got a podcast coming out with her today, and she, oh my God, it's just like, and someone's just like wisdom just pours out of them. She's just like, the energy is just like solid, like, oh my God, so beautiful. And it's really interesting the way she talks about birth. She says it always looks like we sit in a room, and they call what they call doulas. They say that a doula's job is intelligent tea drinking. So they'll sit in the corner, they'll let her mum do a thing, and actually what they're doing is like helicopter energetically checking in where everyone's at. Where's the dad at? What's the midwife doing? What's the mum doing? What's the set like? What's the energy feel like in this room? And they're like, that's what they do. They move around. And
so is it about people then? Like, you got to be good with people, I guess, emotional and stuff, emotionally intuitive, smart.
Basically, and like coming from a place of I guess trust, rather than fear, and that's why you work with the mother before, and you kind of unearth all of her fears then. So when you go into
so
the
that
birth,
she knows who you are, that you're not a complete stranger. She has to see you and become a friend, because you can make friends with people just like, even if you don't talk to them, you know, like people at train station and work that you just go and see, you don't even talk, you just see them all the time, you trust them. So if you see them, you trust them. But of course, if you make friends with them even more, then that's cool.
It's like becoming part of inviting you to the most intimate part of they're probably one of the most intimate things that I've
Jesus, even more than the wedding. Yeah,
and that's the thing, that because the same hormones that it takes to make a baby are the same hormones that woman produces when she births. It's the only 2 times she produces them. It's when she orgasms and births.
Really?
So I always say to a woman, like, if you want to set up your birth space, what space would you feel comfortable orgasming in? And who would you feel comfortable watching you orgasm? And have them people.
So again, so orgasm, when women orgasms, just orgasms, and then she gives birth, it's the same hormone, same
hormones that are produced. So same thing, get baby in, get baby out.
Oh, that makes sense then with what I said about how women can orgasm during birth. They've obviously nailed it. They had a good doula, or they just had the right mindset, or whatever, got lucky. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, they got to feel completely relaxed.
All out interconnected. It's fucking beautiful.
Oh man, this is making me excited for the mastery process of, even though I'm never going to be a doula, but I'm curious about maybe women experiencing orgasm, because that's awesome. Like when they give birth and shit, and like being relaxed is so important. What was I going to say? Like, do people, your people that ask for doulas, are they ordinary people like us? Do they?
People.
Yeah, and what do they do? Do they charge? Or was it broken up here? Do they charge per hour? Do they say to you, can I have you for the birth for per hour? How does it work? Is it a contract or something?
Like so I do packages. So I've got like 3 different packages. So I've got like a more expensive one, a middle one, and then a lower cost one. And it depends like what you do. So for example, the mum I'm working with at the moment, we're having 6 calls prenatally, but in them calls we'll do like, so me, her and her partner, we had like a 3-hour call where we did artwork of all their birth fears, and then they shared them with each other, and they were like doing different things like that, like interactive things. And then we do like energy healing and go through your ancestry and your own birth story and your epigenetics and like transgenerational trauma and unearth all that. So they
have to believe in that shit. They have to.
It changes.
Okay.
But also, transgenerational trauma is like scientifically proven. It's not just like woo-woo. And this is what I say to them, like, what do you know about your own birth story? Because so many people, we birth how our mum birth. So if they don't quite believe in the energetic scenario, I'll come at it from the scientific way, but it always comes from the same kind of thing. And so I'll meet up with them like before, and then I'll do them like a blessing way ceremony. So you honour the mum and the journey she's going through instead of a shower. And then you go on call for 4 weeks on either side of the due date.
Right. Oh, so 24/7, they call you and you just come straight away.
Yeah. And then after that, I'll go to their house every day for 5 days and support them. Like bring food, hold the baby so they can have a shower, or help them with breastfeeding, doing all that. And then we also have birth rewind classes afterwards. So we'll talk about their birth experience and how it felt for them, if there was any trauma, working through that, working it through the body and the mind. And then support them postnatally if they want as well. So you only have packages, and then you also have an hourly fee. If they want more time with you, they can pay that on top. And then obviously if you bring more stuff, like I can do a placenta ceremony with them, or placenta or so I do healing as well. So we can do womb healing, or I do yoga, so we can do yoga, or I do massage, so we can do massage. And it's like,
so you've got, is it just you, or do most doulas have the extras too? Because that sounds really good. There's loads of extra. No.
Yeah, no, not all doulas have that. They'll have different things that I don't have, and it's like every doula is really different. So it's about finding what.
Because I guess there's more traditional doulas that don't do all the stuff you said, and maybe then they're just a bit more, less, I don't know what to say for that, woke, maybe a bit more boring.
Definitely other doulas, but I think the doulas that don't maybe have all of the added bits still have it, but they just don't, because you're learning so much. They have it, but they don't advertise that they have it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Sounds good money as well then. So I mean, like, I know my life's not all about money, but it sounds like it could be. Like when you get the people.
It's not
Like,
that great money.
isn't
That's
it?
the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's such like an ancient tradition. Like the way I feel like I will work will be like, I want you to have a doula whether you can afford it or not, because I think that's more important than anything. Is someone having support and having someone to, if they're giving birth in the hospital especially, is giving them the knowledge of how they can navigate through the hospital without, you know, too much intervention, or without coercive language, and all of and without trauma, really, well, minimizing trauma. Oh my God, my nearly just fell on my cup of tea. That was really dangerous.
Oh, okay. You'd have blamed me as well. You'd be like, fucking Harry.
Yeah, so I think it changes, but I mean, some doulas charge a lot, some doulas charge minimum. It depends. It depends.
Well, I guess I'm assuming it's probably correct that like the less experienced you are, the less you can make, or the less people are willing to spend for you at the beginning. But then as you get more experience, you can charge more and more. So
yeah, absolutely. But I mean, you know, I've got clients that I work with one-to-one doing womb healing and coaching and stuff as well. And I'm trying to sell my artwork and, you know, getting like different revenues of it coming in.
That's good. Yeah, you got multiple streams. Same here. That's important, like for us. Yeah.
But I'm still in getting going. So I'm like, oh my God, I need to make money. So I'm like,
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, dude, like, I came in this community in 2016 with urine therapy on Facebook, and I was so happy that I was just sharing for information for free, and I was still doing normal jobs like working in Asda and car parks and shit. And eventually, I got to the point where I thought, fuck it, I'm not going to do these jobs anymore. And when I gave up on those jobs, I was motivated to write books and start making money. But it's been long for me, is what I'm saying. Like I started in making money 2019, the beginning of my first book, not a lot, and then the whole of 2019 was hardly any. Last year was amazing. Since COVID, my money blew up because I was ready emotionally for it. It's not just about, I put myself in a position as kind of a social media influencer, people trusted me, then I just blew up. And then this year's been more incredible for money than last year. So the money from last year is still coming in, and the books, but they're not that much. Then this year, like, I've got two things that are bringing me decent money. And I know that every year now I'm going to make more and more. So it's really cool. It takes a long time, is what I'm saying. Like, and it's really important to have multiple streams of income and to do what you love, because anything I make money with now, it's what I love. It's not like fake shit I hate. It's not even crypto, which I do believe you can, and I don't care if other people do. That's cool. It's like literally health. I'm making money all on health now. It's amazing.
I love that, and I think it's so important. And I feel like I'm really doing stuff that I love now. So I feel like I've just got to surrender and just trust that it's just coming. And I'm
so hard. Maybe it's easier for girls. I struggle with the surrender part. Like I'm like, Jesus. Maybe it's the masculine in me. But I'm like, fuck.
I mean, we've been taught not to surrender. We've been taught to go after what you want, grab at it, and you know.
Yeah. Try. Like, I do believe in loads of action too. I've taken a shit ton. To be honest with you, like one of the reasons why is because I network really good. Like even how I'm networking with you now, like I'll just talk to people, and it's not always an agenda apart from I want to learn from people or interview them, for example, just so I can learn. But yeah, if I just learned to network and be that guy that just networks with loads of people, then opportunities have come to me from networking. I'm like, yes, take it.
I love that.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Yeah. And I've got loads of projects in the future. Only recently, I've figured out like 3 big ones that I'm going to work really hard for. Like, so, because I've always want to grow and do big things. Like, not to do with the money though. They're more to do with just big projects that I want to get done in my life.
That's really exciting.
Yeah, man. Yeah, life is exciting when we're on the right side of the truth and we know that what works and what doesn't, and what we got to do here. We just got to help people. It feels so good, Becky. You know, it's just help people, man.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, I just can't believe how long I worked in a job that was so far away from.
Yeah, what did you do? Was you a nurse? Normal nurse?
What was I?
Yeah.
So I feel like I've had a proper job for about 7 years anyway.
Yeah.
So I've been traveling for the past 7 years.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I saw your photos was it on Facebook? You had some interesting photos. Yeah, I think it was Facebook. You had some interesting travel photos.
So I was kind of, what was I doing? Fucking bit of everything. So I was a teacher in Vietnam for a bit.
Cool.
And then I was working in a turtle sanctuary in Borneo, and then I was doing massage in Australia and just doing like random bits, restaurant and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I worked on the yachts as a yoga teacher. So on yacht about 2 years.
Who gets to do that? Both things at the same time. What the fuck?
All very random stuff. But I just remember when I was in school, I was a little shit in school, like an absolute little shit, and was like, all I want to do was travel. That's all the only thing I knew what I wanted to do. And when I did go to school, I was really naughty. And
was you the weed kid? There's always the weed kid, isn't it? Like, was you? Because I was the weird kid. I was in the weird group, like the weirdo.
I was all the let's skive, get pissed and smoke all the time in school, and
also,
well, lovely. So I left and was like, what can I do? What's going to help me to be able to travel? And I was like, I'll do beauty therapy because that'll help me travel. So I did makeup artistry because I was like, I liked art and I wanted to travel, but I didn't know what to do. So I did artistry, which I didn't even wear makeup. But at the time I did. But it was more like the theatrical side of it. I liked like the creative side. And then that led into beauty therapy. That led into massage, which then led into like meditation, which then led into yoga, which then it's like just, that rolling effect. And then a Reiki training. And it's just been like a snowball of different stuff. But so I feel like I've done a bit of everything.
Yeah, you have. But your access all Liverpool. So you was up in Liverpool for most of the time in England, right? And you've only recently come to down south.
I've been traveling for about 7 years until I came to Glastonbury about 7 years ago. And this is the longest I've been anywhere in 7 years. So I'm like, I deserve a medal. I can stay in one place.
Wait, yeah. Oh man, but you're in the best place in the UK. I can't believe that I've never been there. And I am coming this weekend, so that'll be cool. But yeah, I can't believe that I've never been there. Like, because I know it's the coolest place in the UK to live. Like by far, it's got like loads of, I don't know how I'm imagining it in my head. I just imagining, because people have told me there's loads of people that do urine therapy there, the most in the UK. I'm like, there's just, I don't know, like if I walk on the streets, I'll be like, oh, maybe I could talk to them. Like, even if I don't, I mean, I'd be able to get on with everybody, most people. Just like, is it like that?
Like,
yeah.
It's pretty small. My mum's actually just been here this weekend and she's very mainstream, like asking has had a COVID vaccine and shit.
Yeah.
And there was a march this weekend. Obviously, all the marches were going on everywhere. My mum came and I was like, if you're coming this weekend, there's a march happening. Everyone will hug you and no one wears masks. And loads of shops don't let you in if you are wearing a mask, just so you know.
Yeah.
And she, oh my God, okay, I'm excited. Don't tell any of the rest of the family because she secretly doesn't want to wear one. She's just scared of what people think.
Yeah.
So loved it. She was like, oh my God, hugging loads of people, and was like, oh my God.
Your mum was hugging loads of people in Glastonbury on the weekend. Like, she was like, oh.
But then goes home and wears a mask and is like, oh, we've got a social distance. And I'm like,
oh, bless you. Yeah, I can't wait. Man. That's so cool. It's such a cool place. I'm going to bring my books as well. I want to see if I can, I'm not going to get my hopes up or anything, but I just want to get them out. Like, I've always wanted to get more of them out. I've got loads of copies of them, but I say loads. I've got about 50 or 60. See if I can get.
The speaking, I think they take them in there.
Oh, in the speaking thing?
The speaking tray, yeah.
Speaking tray. You know, another thing that I want to do, not even linked in with the things that I'd solidified on mind I want to do as big goals. I want to get good at speaking, like public speaking for health. So I want to train myself. Maybe I could do that in Glastonbury at some point. Like, maybe that's a good place with people that are going to want to listen to it, because I feel a lot of people won't want to listen to it in the mainstream. So maybe I could figure out that too.
Absolutely. Yeah, such a good idea. Yeah, I think
I'm full of good ideas, Netflix. I'm full of them.
Good. You know what? I feel like I have so many ideas at the moment that I'm like, I start so many different things that I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to finish first, and I get all overwhelmed.
Oh, you're one of those? Yeah, I get overwhelmed too. Like, Jesus Christ. Sometimes I get lazy. Sometimes now, actually, because I'm making more money, I can justify not taking care of my health, and then I forget, oh wait, you got into health in the first place. It wasn't all about making money, Harry. Remember, you are helping people and that does feel good with the health a lot, but you're not forgetting about your own shit. So recheck yourself, man. Like, remember to
check yourself all the time, don't you?
Yeah, it's true. By the way, what's your status into this weekend? You can come to the retreat, but it does cost a little bit though. That's all I was gonna say on that. You're welcome to come to it though.
What retreat is it?
Well, it's not like it's my sponsor's friend, and he does his own retreats in Glastonbury. It's like but I don't know, to be honest, Bex. It's like meditation. It's going to be a yoga girl he's hired. It's going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days. So it's going to be formal and serious, but like, yeah, it's going to be, but there's going to be time in the days for us to do our own thing, like to go to the tour. So it won't be like intensive 12 hours a day with everyone. It's just like, and there's only like 5 or 6 people going currently that I know. That I don't even know them apart from my friend. But yeah, there's space for you. That's why I'm saying it. The price was like 150, I think, for 3 days or something. Plus, you live in there, so you won't even have to stay. I guess you won't have to pay for. We had to pay extra because of where we're staying. So yeah, I think it's 150 for 3 days. I don't know, something like that.
Oh, is it? So it's meditation and.
Yeah, meditation, yoga, definitely. I know that he's hired a professional yoga teacher to do us some meditation, some kind of, it's just like really spiritual stuff that I'm curious to be honest with you. I'm going mainly because my friends invited me and because I want to see Glastonbury. It'd be cool to meet up with you. It's more than the actual formal, oh, we're going to do meditation, which I'm sure will be fun, by the way, and meet new people. That'd be cool. But I'm doing it more for the Glastonbury experience than I am for the retreat experience. And
what's your friend called that's facilitating?
Oh, good question. Gary, I don't know if you would know him. Gary Wiener, his name is. I'll give you to Facebook after this. Maybe you
I only know be him unless he's like loves cat.
Oh no, unless he loves what? Cats.
Cat.
Oh, cat. What's cat?
Ketamine.
Oh, ketamine. What do you bring that in for? I love ketamine. I think I'm gonna love ketamine, man. I've heard of that. Oh right, you know someone that likes ketamine that's called Gary.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think that's a good one, by the way. I've heard good things about it, so I'm gonna try that at some point. It's interesting.
Yeah, I haven't worked with it, but I feel like I don't know. I feel called to go more plant based. You know.
Oh, in terms of plant medicine, not acid based. Yeah, LSD. By the way, LSD though, I took that on Sunday as well, Becky, and that was really amazing. That was like, yeah, that was. I didn't even know this before. Maybe other people do that have taken it a lot, but there's something linked between that and DMT, like God. Because when I closed my eyes, I saw God. I could feel God. I just went and imagined my breath going down. I was getting some kind of DMT tripping with LSD, which I didn't expect because thought it was a man-made synthetic that only gives you hallucinations. But actually, it triggered my godliness, my inner God, and I was like, "Fuck, this is actually a really spiritual drug, super spiritual." Yeah. Yeah, man. But yeah, I agree with you though on the plant medicine. Ayahuasca, San Pedro, well, even mushrooms, to be honest with you, all of them. I'm open-minded to everything. That's me. I just try everything.
Yeah, no, I can tell.
Yeah, I'm that guy. So yeah, I'll add you after this, man. It'll be good. Like, but even if you don't come to that, it'll be cool to meet up with you. Just let me know where you are. I think we're coming in Friday afternoon, and then Saturday, Sunday, it's the whole day. And then maybe we leave on Monday. So Saturday, Sunday, if you're around, give us a shout if you don't come.
Event that happens up the tour every Sunday.
Is that
at 5 o'clock? It's a kirtan event. They have a puja and we do kirtan. It's like 3 hours long. It's really beautiful.
Oh, you going to that? You said.
Yeah, every Sunday.
Okay, well, maybe me and Sandy can come with you and you can show us what it's about. That'd be cool. Oh yeah, I look forward to that. That's cool, man. Yeah.
What time do you finish on Sunday?
Good question. I don't know. I know it's Sunday night's booked in, so I think it's the whole day. Sunday, basically. Yeah, it's the whole day. We're gonna be there.
Well, the kirtan or the puja starts at 5. So even if you missed the puja and came up afterwards for the singing.
Right. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to message. I'll give you Gary's thing, but I'm going to message him as well and ask him if maybe he's not doing it. If what is his rota for Friday at 5, so we can go and do that. I'll ask him. I need to know.
So it's 5.
It's what? 5:30. It's breaking up. What is it?
It's Sunday that it's on.
Sorry. Yeah, Sunday 5 o'clock till 8. I'll see what he's doing.
Yeah. Find out.
Yeah. By the way, how did you so you live with your roommates over there in Glastonbury? So I'm just curious about that.
So random. So I'm just putting CBD balm on.
Yeah.
So when I left the boat, my last boat I was on, we were in, where were we? In France? Yeah, we were in France. And I quit the job because the captain was an absolute dickhead and was like, right, I'm going to soon start my business. I've been saying I wanted to do it. Now's the time.
Yeah.
Came back to Liverpool, was home for a week and was like, I can't fucking be here. Like, I can't live in Liverpool again. Oh my God, it's just all too much. And I was like, do you know what? I love Glastonbury. Maybe I should move to Glastonbury. So I text the only person I knew in Glastonbury.
The only person you knew in Glastonbury.
Who is Kate, and who's the woman I did the doula training with.
Right.
Who is a podcast that's coming out today. The one I said's really wise.
Yeah. Oh, wait, on Instagram. Is that your Instagram just coming out?
So a podcast is coming out today that I did with her because I've got a podcast.
Oh, right. You have? Send me the link for that. I didn't even know. Send me that stuff.
Yeah, I'll send the link. And it's coming out today with her.
Cool.
And so I sent her a message and just said, oh, like, I'm thinking of moving to Glastonbury. Do you know anyone that's renting any rooms? And she was like, that's so weird because me and my husband decided today that we're going to rent one of our rooms out. When can you come? And then I moved a week later. So yeah, I live with her.
Synchronicity. That's the universe guiding you toward, and them for you towards. And wait, did you want to be a doula before that?
I'd already done.
You've already done the doula, but then that worked perfectly because she was that.
Yeah.
She's a doula too. So that's fucking.
Yeah.
Jesus, man, that's the universe guiding you towards your high street. Do you know what? I don't actually know any doulas, so you're the first doula that I knew. That's why you made me curious. Yeah. That's why I asked you loads of questions at the beginning too. I was like, oh, I can find out about doulas.
It's so weird. I really feel like I've got really deeply, like I've done it before. It's like when I speak about it, it's not like things I've learned, because when I speak about stuff, I'm like, I didn't ever learn this on my training. Then I'm like, fuck, oh my God, am I just chatting shit? And then I'm like having to Google it or research. Like, oh no, it is true. It's almost like I'm remembering. It's really weird.
Yeah, you're. Oh, well, I definitely believe in past lives. You probably had one, one or two, definitely.
Well, that's what got me into the anyway, because I had like some insane meditation where I got taken to a past life and I was at a birth. And oh my God, I've got to do my doula training. Then it all happened really synchronistically that I found this doula training and stuff.
Yeah. How much is the rent over there then? Is it expensive?
Not too expensive now, but it's really hard to find places. Like I know people that have been here for like 18 months and are just like in Airbnbs and can't find a place. So I got really, really lucky.
Really? So it's hard to find in Glastonbury. So it's a high demand, is it? High demand to get
such high demand.
Oh shit, okay. Good to know. Good to know, I guess. I mean, yeah. Well, no, I wasn't thinking of it, but then I never think of something and then I just always shout out and see where the universe takes me. But I mean, that won't stop me, by the way, if I wanted to live in Glastonbury. But actually, I kind of would. I don't want to live in the UK. I know that I don't want to live in the UK when I'm 45, 50. I'm 33 now. So maybe I've got another 10 more years here, then I'm done with this country for good. Only because of the sun. Not so much the people, it's just the sun's not good enough. But if I want to live eventually I want to live in Glastonbury for a period of my life. I will live in Glastonbury for a few months of my life for sure, at least.
I think you will.
Yeah, I'll do it, man. Yeah, I'll be there. It's where all the people are at, the cool people. Yeah, I can't. But for me though, the problem is that my skin is dark and I'm Indian, and I really do suffer without vitamin D. I mean, I don't suffer. That's the wrong word. I just want to be my highest potential. So I do believe in the tropics. More so for me than a white person because I'm dark skinned, and I feel like I was meant to be living in India or somewhere with sun. And now that I'm not, I can do it for a while, but it's not my future.
Are you in London or are you in?
No, I'm in my parents, but south of northeast Hampshire, so south of London. It's not too far from Glastonbury. It's about 3 hours away, I think. Yeah. South of London. It's the posh stuff.
The posh area.
Love
area. It. So there's not many Europe things going on there.
Oh God, everywhere I walk on the streets, no one connect to. I have no friends. I mean, I have one close friend that I met in December, and he's cool. He lives about even he's half an hour from train, so he's not even that near from me. Actually, I've got one or two people that are kind of cool around, but not many. I mean, that's the way of the world when you live in the wrong place. But it's okay because I'm meant to be here right now with my parents, just saving money for bigger things. And
amazing. Stuff. So what is it, the roots you actually do? I know you said it's about
it's amazing, Becs. Like, it's really powerful stuff. Like, I can't lie. Like, the zeroing, that's cool. The happiness pills. But then the big one for me though is the clean slate. I love this one. It's the best zeolite out there by far.
So what is it actually?
So it's made out of clintipolite, which is a zeolite. It's one of the most effective zeolite, which is a natural crystal that pulls out all the bad stuff. But it's 97% clintipolite, the rest 3% bentonite, which is good too. But it's not just that. They purified it and cleansed it, which is important, but they've made it more powerful with some kind of biotech genius shit. Because one of the founders, she's been to Harvard. She's She's got a nanotech degree from Harvard. She's super smart, autistic savant a little bit. She's a bit savanty and weird, but that's cool. And yeah, she's made it more powerful. So the way I look at it is it's nature, but then using the genius of humans with biotechnology, which people underestimate, because people get triggered by this because they think, oh, especially people that I know in my community, they're all like, oh, I believe in nature and sunlight and grounding. I don't believe in man-made shit. But this is natural, but magnified to a high degree by the genius of people. So yeah, that's how I look at it. It's like there's some technologies out there that are amazing. Like this one too, the Somavedic. There's some things that are like, they cost money. That one does. This one's cheap. But yeah, there's just some things that are amazing. And this one, when I took the first drop, I knew it was legit. I was like, whoa, this feels amazing. I've never been a fan of something.
It pulls stuff out. What does it help with? Because I actually had, so my dad died of motor neuron disease, which I know is very heavy metal based.
Yeah, oh, sorry to hear that, man. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. It was years ago when I was 13, but I know that it's, obviously we don't know the cause, but I spoke to Amanda about it. She said it's very heavy metal based. Yeah. And I've tested really high for heavy metals.
When did you test high for them
then? Maybe about 6 months ago.
Really? When did you get the test then? Because that was something you just wanted to do, or was you made to?
Because I did it with Amanda. I had what's it called? I spoke to she was doing homeopathy stuff with her, and I was getting loads of different symptoms in my body.
Yeah.
So she was test and see what it is that flags up and which food you're meant to avoid. But it was quite an in-depth test.
Yeah.
And it came and I was high and I needed to do a heavy metals detox or something. We did a homeopathy detox.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've still got all this stuff happening in my body, and I'm
my God,
what?
well, you're speaking to the right person. I'm not going to try and tell you, but this is the main job of this is what it does is how to put it? It's really extremely negatively charged. Anything in your body that's positively charged shouldn't be in there, especially heavy metals. Well, this is primarily removes the heavy metals because it removes the worst offenders, the ones that most supplements can't get to because they're not powerful enough. This one is powerful enough, so it does pull out the heavy metals into the urine, which is another whole different topic. Because people have had to go at me as a urine therapy guy and said, well, what are you doing, Harry? Now you don't encourage urine therapy in this, but that's another issue. But yeah, basically this does. And I've done a heavy metals urine test actually, Becky. I did it, sent it off last week, and I'm going to get the results in a few weeks. And basically this pulls out, these few drops pull out heavy metals quite fast. So you have to be careful because depending your level of toxicity, one drop of this, and some people literally get major problems. So I don't know. It's interesting to note though. So if you took one drop, I'll bring some up definitely when I'm with you, and well, you can try some of mine, but I'll only give you one drop though, because I'm worried that you will do something will go wrong. Yeah.
What kind? What kind of stuff?
Do you know what? It breaks up every time you talk. What kind of I don't know why it does that. Do I break up?
No, you don't break up.
Weird. Every now and again it breaks up with you. When you talk. So what kind of what?
What type of things could go wrong?
Oh, well, not wrong as you're going to die, but just when you're really loaded with heavy metals, which you might be, I don't know, then it could make you feel really shit, like a really bad migraine as it's coming out. I mean, it's good for you because that's good, but that's why we always recommend people. I'll get in trouble, and I've been in trouble before, not telling people at the beginning because the dosages on the back say 10 drops twice a day. This is a problem with the company they need to change. But actually, I've got to tell people now that it's 1-2 drops twice daily, because if you are super toxic with heavy metals, this will potentially cause you serious, horrible detox, like a nausea, really bad headaches, migraines. That's why when I'm with you, I'll maybe only give you one drop. I don't want you to, but then if you can handle one drop, then that's a good sign. Then you can up the dosages.
Well, that's the thing. I did this hair test, and I've got all the symptoms for candida overgrowth, all of the symptoms. Did this test, and nothing to do with candida came back. And it said that I've been eating too much shellfish, but I've been vegan for 7 years.
So that makes no sense. Yeah.
I didn't know whether to believe it properly, but Amanda was like, no, it must be right.
Do you have metallogalgans?
What's that?
Do you have those things in the mouth? Mercury? No, so it's not that. So why have you got loads of heavy metals then? Because seafood does.
It was, or if it got mixed up with someone else's, because it really it didn't resonate with me. And I'd been smoking a lot as well.
Yeah.
At the time, no tobacco came up on the test, and I was like, oh, this is really weird.
Well, this will be the test. If you don't freak out with one drop of this, if you do freak out with one drop, then whether right or wrong, you are loaded with heavy metals. Loaded. But if you can take like 5-10 drops straight away of this, then I'll know that you're not as loaded as you think you are, but it still pulls out even for me. So, but that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
By the way, it's candida too. Anything like parasites, anything that shouldn't be in the body, this really does a great job. Do you know what I'm most excited about? Because I think I've moved a little bit past that now for my health. I'm most excited with the bioavailable silica. So I notice my skin and hair, my hair looks much cleaner and it feels more like a shampoo conditioner with just this. And also my skin looks really good. Like it glows more with this, like so it takes away, detoxes you, then it gives you the silica like a lot. So that's good.
Well, it's really interesting because I feel like my body just doesn't know what's going on. I've been on the candida diet, which is no sugar, like no natural sugars, no processed sugars.
Oh, that's hard.
Nothing. It's fucking intense for a vegan.
Yeah, that's hard.
And
Jesus, what do you eat then? What are you eating?
Well, I've had to start bringing in like white caught fish and stuff because I was like, I'm not eating anything. So I've had to start bringing stuff in, and but my hair has got really thin, and my skin has got bad. I've never really had spots in my life, and I don't know whether it's like purging out. But I've been worked with Cambo. I did a 3-day Cambo detox. I worked with Cambo for 3 days.
Nice, that's a good one.
It wasn't that nice at the time, but yeah, it's good.
Oh yeah, okay, of course.
Yeah.
You vomit, don't you? You vomit a lot at the time, most.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of purging. It's really good. I've worked with it a few times, but I've never done like days on the bounce.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, it was powerful, and I think that's definitely helped clear out some of the candida. But yeah, I just
no doubt.
feel like
by the way, the free one, the urine therapy, will really help you. Like that's a good one too. That's a really powerful free one. But of course, there's the barriers of like getting over our reversions, which I don't have anymore, but I did have at the beginning. Like, but once you start getting the results, you'll be okay. I think.
So what kind of what do you do with urine therapy? How
do you know what though? To be honest with you, Becs, because I've been so obsessed with this is what I mean when I said earlier about phases. When I'm making money, I lose my health. Well, because I've been obsessed with this, I've been just off urine therapy almost completely for the last 2-3 months because of this, because it's so powerful. But then today, even before I messaged you, before you messaged me to talk, I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna get back on because I have loads of aged urine, which is even more powerful, hidden away in the house. My parents don't see, and so I'm gonna start getting back on it. Is what I'm saying. So yeah, I put it in even plastic bottles is okay. You know what? You just pee in a bottle, close the lid, hide it or whatever, so it doesn't smell, and then that in a week or 2 or 3 or 4 weeks becomes super powerful stuff that I re-ingest. I put some today on my skin, on my face, but then you can put in an enema if you don't want to taste it. You can drink it, but that's okay. I guess a nasty smell for people, but I don't mind it. You can do anything with this stuff. It's really powerful. You'll know it once you try it. Again, this one might also freak you out with a detox reaction, the aged urine, maybe. So you got to be careful.
Be bad for you in a way. I've been told.
Yeah, they're lying to us, man. Deliberate lie. I mean, they lie about loads of things, don't they? But the big one is urine. Like, Jesus, because that's what everyone makes, and then that's just fresh. But the aged, man, it becomes way more powerful. If everyone knew about urine therapy, it'd be game over for the world. For the evil that's going on with the COVID vaccines and all that bullshit. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, one way to good to start, by the way, one way I started was I drank the morning urine a little bit fresh as soon as I woke up in the morning. It's the most powerful, but also I put it on my tummy when I was going to the toilet. It's easier for guys, I guess. You don't have to put your hand down. You can, when you're peeing in this urinals, you just put your hand on. I put it in my tummy, and it was like, whoa. I was on tap water before, and I was like, whoa, there's such a difference in energy from tap water to urine. When I tried it, that got me excited. My vibration changed so much.
Really?
Oh, it's breaking up. Putting a what?
What does putting it on your skin?
Putting on skin. Oh, right. Putting on your skin. Well, it does loads of things. One of the things it will do is it pulls out all of the crap. Like, so you'll get spots maybe like to get worse to get better, like the toxins will come out. But what I do it, and the main reason I guess for me is that it goes into the bloodstream, because every part of your skin, if you prick it, bleeds. So like you can't help, anything you put on your skin goes into the blood, and once it goes into the bloodstream, it circulates like the whole way around your body and cleanses up everything. So that's the reason why I think the main benefit of the skin one, apart from the fact, by the way, it makes your skin look really good. Whether you put fresh and aged, it makes it look much younger. That's a superficial cool thing though. That's cool. But yeah, the main thing is it gets into your bloodstream. Then once it gets into your bloodstream, then boom, it cleanses. And it's like they're similar, these two, you know, there's not much difference. Maybe this one's a bit more powerful, but this is powerful too. They cleanse out the heavy metals. So this one will, you know, take out the crap too. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so but I reckon I was going to recommend you, like when you're going for the pee, just any peas, by the way, just put your hands under and just like maybe the middle stream, but it doesn't really matter. Just rub it somewhere that you want, like, and notice a difference in your vibration shift. Like, and if you've got spots somewhere as well, you want to take out, they'll do too. But then you'll just notice the vibration shift from putting some your own urine back inside your body on your skin.
So interesting. And I don't have a UTI, but what would happen if you did have a UTI?
Oh, good question. It cures UTIs, from what I've heard and seen in the 4 or 5 years in you watching urotherapy groups. Yeah, it cures it, and reading books on it. Yeah, it cures it. So yeah, there's a lot of lies out there. Like, I mean, you can say that about any health modality, that it cures everything, but then urine therapy does. Like, it's like cannabis, you know, cannabis does, so does urine. One costs money, one's free, but why not do both? Like I say to the people with this, like people get annoyed at me with urine therapy and say, why are you promoting this, Harry? I'm saying because some people don't want to do urine therapy. And I'm saying for me, why am I not doing both? Because if you do both, you're going to get to a high vibration faster. Why are we only doing one? Why don't we do both? That's just me.
Is your urine a way of removing the toxins, but then aren't you just collecting them, putting them back on?
Oh, good question. Well, there are some toxins in the urine, that's for sure. Like 0.001%, like a very small amount. It's because if you take drugs, they do come out in the urine, but then it's so powerful, the other 99%, that it overrides the small amount of toxins that do come out in the urine, if that makes any sense. Like, there's a huge difference, like when you put that back in, because it's basically Becs, structured water, structured distilled water, structured water. Your whole body system right now flowing inside us is structured. It's not normal water, it's gel, fourth phase of water. It's a special kind of water. But that urine is the same special kind of water. So when you take it back in, you get, I mean, people say the main benefit of urine is supplement. It's like vitamins, hormones, minerals. It does have those things. It's not the main reason why it's powerful. The main reason why it's powerful is because it's a special kind of water. When you take special water back in, the kidneys to filter it, the kidneys and heart make it structured. So like it just becomes like, yeah, it's just magical, man. Yeah, it's good.
So yeah, definitely stuff as well. Maybe I'll start with.
And my girlfriend too does that. She's into urine therapy too, so that's cool. We'll probably drink each other's like urine as sacredness, respect the sacredness of it. So that'd be cool.
Yeah, why not? Thank you for all the details. It's really interesting. And how much is the thing if I wanted to get some of that?
Get some of what? The clean slate. Oh yeah, I can bring some with you. Good question. What's $70? I don't know what that is in the UK. 50, 40 quid. But it lasts a month. The thing is, you're supposed to go slow, so it really does last a month and a half and 2 months. Unless you rush it, which is up to you, it will last less. But then it lasts 1.5 to 2 months for $70. And do you know what I say to people? I say that give it a try, because most of the people that tried it under me have been surprised and blown away, and just like went because they trust me. And then good thing they did, because most of them got good results. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But it might not work for you, but you'll never know unless you try it. Is what I say to people.
Yeah.
Like,
cool.
what I'll do is I'll definitely give you. Well, I'll just watch you as you take, and Sandy too, because Sandy knows I'll fuckload. We'll just watch you as you take one drop, and apologize sincerely if you get some horrible. But then if you do, then you'll know that it's just a process and it's going out of your system, so it's a good thing. Like,
yeah. And I think I don't mind going through the difficult thing if it means I'm getting better. I don't mind. I'd rather.
And by the way, Bex, before I leave as well, the business on it. Now, I don't think everyone is kind of like me, and I don't think it's realistic to expect to do as well as I'm doing with it now in terms of money, because I'm doing quite good. But I do think anyone that has a small influence of friends that trust you, whether that be clients or a group of friends, So basically there's a business side of it too, where you get 15% of people that buy under you once you buy. You don't even need to be active. You don't need to buy any for your friends to make commissions. It's one of those where you don't even need to buy any. I don't know why you wouldn't want to. I'm just saying you don't. So you get 15% of someone that comes under you, 10% of second generation volume. So there's a good business plan to it too, that you can make good money whilst really help people's lives. Because another interesting fact I'll leave you with is that so mercury is passed down from the mum into the baby, the fetus, 30%. So basically, if the mum's toxic with mercury, and I'll be honest, most mums are, especially if they've got amalgam fillings, but most mums that don't look after health they're basically passing mercury, which is a really bad heavy metal, it's a really bad one, into their baby. So what I'm saying is that this one is a game changer for mums that are pregnant, and it ties in with what you do with mums. Don't know if you do the health side of it. Like basically, if you get pregnant, I'm not saying it's the only supplement that can really upgrade a baby's fetus's health, but I know this one can, because we've now got pregnant mums that are getting fabulous results. It helps with autism, because autism's heavy metals too. Like, so it slowly changes the autistic kid back to a much better version of themselves, less autistic, less ADHD, because they're all tied in with heavy metals. I think Amanda's right. A load of these diseases are just heavy metals. So when you take this out, but yeah, this is great for mums. I wish every mum and baby, because babies are loaded with 200 toxins. I learned that, like 200 toxins at least in every baby when they come out. It's true.
Wow. When you're doing your be very diet. I want to do that anyway, but do you have to be even more so?
What did you say broke up? Did you say urine therapy had to be clean, eat good?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. No, because I started it in 2016 and I didn't even know anything about health, and I was eating rubbish and eating a lot and not fasting. So no, it works. I always say this to people, although some people don't like it when I say this, that you can start urine therapy and it works powerfully despite your diet. Just even if you're not vegan, even if you eat garbage all the time, junk food, it'll still work. But then I guess, yeah, there's some truth to that. It'll be even more powerful if you clean yourself up. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's a good point, because that's what stops people from trying it. A lot of the time they'll say, "Oh, I need to eat fruits only." I'm like, no, man, just try it and see. And because it changed my life. Like that's everything that I've ever done and I'm going to do in the future is because of pee. Maybe I think it's pee, man.
I love that. That's so a free mental, like.
Yeah, it's not bad. Life's good, man. Yeah, I like it. It's good to connect though.
So nice to chat. And
no,
yeah,
Becs,
let me
thanks.
know.
Yeah, I will do. I will send you the link to Gary after this. And you can message him, like if you want to go to the event. If you can't, I'll still meet up with you anyway.
Yeah.
I'll let you know about Sunday. Say it's worst case that he's doing something I can't. I'll still meet up with you. Me and Sandy will meet up with you Saturday, Sunday, if you're free. That'd be cool.
Amazing. Well, we'll chat anyway. I'm going camping, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to come to the retreat because I'm going camping for my birthday. But
are you? Oh, your birthday's tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday for tomorrow. Have an amazing day. What are you doing? You going with your friends?
Doing camping, yeah.
All right. Yeah, I know you are, but it was your friends, right?
Oh, sorry. Someone's just tried to call me. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Oh, you enjoy yourself, man. That's going to be wicked.
Thank you so much.
No, it's good. Yeah, it's good to connect.
Oh, you. Lots of love.
Hey, take it easy, Becs. Bye, man. Bye. Bye.